afternoon. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk. I'm Jared Floyd, and the Digital Weather Desk, as always, powered by Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Visit cnext.bank for more. Not a whole lot happening on this Thursday afternoon, evening. If you're headed home from work, wondering what's going on for the rest of the afternoon, maybe even seeing some flashes of lightning off in the distance to the east, we do have some rain, and this is indicative of what we can expect as we head through the rest of this week. If you run into rain, it will be very spotty, and most of these showers and storms are generally moving off to the south at a fairly quick pace. The most active weather right now is kind of sandwiched between the Fisk community and Oak Grove, just west of Highway 17, moving toward the Green and Red Wing communities off to the south, maybe impacting areas like Forest and Pioneer down Highway 17, maybe even as far west as Goodwill. Again, most of this is just going to kind of traverse through portions of West Carroll Parish and even into East Carroll Parish over the next couple of hours. And other than that, that's pretty much all we have to work with rain-wise, and most of it should be relatively short-lived. Temperatures across the area still quite warm and quite humid as we go into this evening. Low to mid-90s and some upper 80s sprinkled in here or there. There's obviously probably some rain-cooled spots out there as well. Check the heat index values, and again, they're starting to creep back up there. They're not extreme. They're nothing out of the ordinary, but again, a number that we'll watch a little bit more closely over the coming days. Check a Futurecast and road temperatures, and of course, Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe. And just be wary of walking your pets, your dogs, outside during the peak of the afternoon. And if you have to do so, make sure that they stay on the grass. Don't put them on the pavement. Pavement temperatures are in the 120s and 130s during the peak of the afternoon. That does not look to get much better as we go into the weekend. Obviously, be mindful of that, what it means for our high school football teams, especially those that are playing on artificial surfaces, and how much heat those things can radiate, and then also for our college teams this weekend. Just make sure everybody's staying hydrated and taking extra precaution there. And again, conditions don't really look to improve much early next week. So if you can walk the pets early in the day or late in the evening, that's ideal. And again, try to keep them off those hot surfaces. Look at the satellite picture this afternoon, and you can see the cloud cover and some of the agitated cumulus, as I mentioned, that is driving some of the very isolated thunderstorm activity. Aside from that, it's just the afternoon cumulus clouds. Futurecast shows not a whole lot of significant change. Where we do see the rain, it'll be very isolated, just bubbling up from time to time. Very transient shower activity, just kind of wanders on its merry way. Maybe a few flashes of lightning here or there, but not a whole lot of significant change here in the short term. In terms of that. If you haven't seen the temperature outlook over the next 6 to 10 days and the next 8 to 14 days, not a lot of encouraging signs there either as we continue to trend above normal for this time of year in terms of temperatures and below normal in terms of precipitation. The 8 to 14-day outlook is pretty gross as well. So, again, not a lot of encouraging signs there in the short term. Still keeping an eye on tropical development. There is a wave that's expected to wander off the coast of Africa that will more than likely be fairly defined, and it brings the potential for tropical development later this week over the next 7 days, up to about a 30% chance. But again, as mentioned, and has been the case with a lot of the tropical threats, if you will, over the last week to 2 weeks, long way from here, so not overly concerned about it in the short term. Obviously, if anything changes, I'll let you know about it. Lows tonight, generally in the low 70s. I think there's going to be a lot of areas in the upper 60s. That 71 is from Monroe, and it's kind of misleading because there will be a lot of 67s and 68s on the map as we head into the morning hours tomorrow. Winds will stay light out of the southeast. Daytime highs tomorrow in the mid-90s, a mix of sun and clouds, but still very hot. So obviously, as you plan for your high school football games, it's going to be hot, and there's really no way to slice it other than that. Check the 7-day forecast. Again, it has been refreshed a little bit. Hey, there's a rain chance. I threw that in for next Thursday. I'm not trying to tease anybody or throw out false hope or anything like that. We could maybe see those hot, humid, bubble-up showers and storms to a point late next week where we could actually throw a legit rain chance in. 10% 7 days from now, that kind of shows where we are in the pattern, and we need a break, but doesn't look to be headed our way anytime soon. Obviously, as we get ready for tomorrow, we'll have your morning forecast between 7 and 8 a.m., And then, obviously, your Too Long Didn't Read. We'll have your midday forecast. Have a look at the football forecasts and your evening forecast as well as folks get ready for those high school games tomorrow night and the college games unfolding this weekend, along with any other weekend activities you have. I would suggest, again, a bottle of water and some sunscreen and the bug spray. The mosquitoes are out in full force in a lot of locations. Betty, good evening. Thanks so much for joining us as kind of wrap things up. Again, not a whole lot to talk about, so I don't expect folks to really need to sink their teeth into the forecast. That's understandable. Enjoy the quiet conditions while they last. I know the rain is needed, not headed our way anytime soon, but again, at least a relatively quiet pattern for September. Not necessarily a bad thing. Have a great rest of the evening, everybody. I'll check in with you again tomorrow morning, and we'll